Hey folks, Philly Boy J back here with another video, and today my friend Lady B will be assisting us in making stuffed bell peppers. Let's get straight to it. Here I have 6 bell peppers. I have 4 green and 1 is yellow, 1 is red, and we have 2 small onions. You don't need to have a yellow bell pepper or a red bell pepper. I'm just adding yellow and red bell peppers for the sake of decoration for the video. So make sure you have 6 bell peppers. If you want to use different colors, you can, but you don't have to. If you have 6 green, that'll be fine. And here's Lady B. Say hello, Lady B.
Hello, how you guys out there?
This is her specialty, bell peppers, so she's going to be assisting me on making the stuffed bell peppers. Let's talk about the other ingredients that you're going to need. Okay guys, so here are the seasons that we're going to be using for our stuffed bell peppers.
We have crushed red peppers, garlic powder.
Black pepper.
We have right here your celery salt.
And by the way, with the celery salt, guys, if you don't have celery salt, you can use seasoned salt or regular salt as a substitution. And the herbs that we have are whole oregano and parsley flakes.
And let's not forget
the light brown sugar. So make sure you have light brown sugar, okay? These are all the seasons that you're going to need to season your stuffed bell peppers, all right?
Okay guys, these are the condiments you're going to be using this evening. We have here the ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, minced garlic, 2 cans of stewed tomatoes.
And guys, if you don't have stewed tomatoes, you can use tomato sauce. And if you decide to go out and get tomato sauce because you don't have sliced stewed tomatoes, make sure you get regular traditional sauce. Don't get any sauce that has meat in it or mushrooms in it. We're not making spaghetti and meat or meatballs, okay? But I recommend that you go out and get 2 cans of sliced stewed tomatoes. And with the minced garlic, Barb, you said that they can use garlic cloves, or would you recommend this minced garlic?
Minced garlic.
Minced garlic. Why would you get the minced garlic?
Because it's more easier. A lot of people don't like the fresh garlic.
And then I think it's the fresh garlic.
Takes too time.
Yeah, it takes too much time, and then it's stronger as well. And this has more flavor. So these are all the condiments that you're going to need. Okay guys, so these are 2 extra ingredients that I use. Here we have beef broth and we have tomato paste. Now, the reason why I use tomato paste is because you want the tomato sauce in your stuffed bell peppers to be on the thicker side, and sometimes when you bake the bell peppers in the oven doesn't stiffen up the sauce enough. So just to make sure that the sauce is thick, we add a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. And the beef broth, we place this at the bottom of the baking pan with the sauce and the onions, just to give the bell peppers additional flavor. What's going to happen is the bell peppers are going to soak up the beef broth and give it additional flavor. If you don't have tomato paste and beef broth, that's fine. You can just put a little bit of water at the bottom of the baking pan. And as far as the tomato paste goes, you can just keep the bell peppers in the oven a little longer if you want it to be really, really thick. If you don't like really, really thin, loose sauce, okay? So these are the extra ingredients that I personally like to use, but they're not a part of the actual recipe. Okay guys, and what you're going to need is you're going to need some rice. Here I have some Goya jasmine rice. The meat that we're going to be stuffing our bell peppers with is ground beef. And here we have mild sweet Italian sausage. And you're going to need some real shredded Parmesan cheese. Okay? So make sure you have some real shredded Parmesan cheese, Goya jasmine white rice, mild sweet Italian sausage, and ground beef. If you don't like ground beef, you can go out and get ground turkey, right, Bart?
Yes.
Okay, that's for all you healthy people out there that like to eat more healthier. You don't eat beef. You can replace this with ground turkey or ground chicken. You don't even have to use the pork Italian sausage or the ground beef. Okay, so let's get started. We introduce all of the seasons, the ingredients and condiments that we're going to be using. Now we're going to focus on the cooking process, and we're going to be making the best. I said we make the best stuffed bell peppers that you ever had in your life. Ain't they the best, Barb?
Yes. The best. The best. Okay, guys, what we're going to do now, we're going to fill this pot up with some water. Cold water to be exact. I'm going to fill it like halfway.
Okay guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to let this preheat for about 5 minutes, and once it get hot we're going to add our white jasmine rice, and we're going to let that go for about 5 minutes. You don't want to overcook the white rice, you want to just let it go for about 5 minutes, okay? Okay guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get a bowl, and we're going to combine the sliced stewed tomatoes, the tomato paste, and the brown sugar. Okay Barb, now add the sliced stewed tomatoes. Okay, and we're going to add the tomato paste now, just to make sure that it's on the thicker side. We're going to add about, what, one big. That's enough, that should be enough. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. This is just to give the bell peppers some flavor. That's a big tablespoon, just use a little more now, just a little teeny bit. That's enough, yeah. And that's going to rid of that tangy taste that you get with stewed tomatoes, and tomato paste has a tangy taste. We're going to blend this in. Make sure this is stirred in. Okay. Okay, so Barbara gonna get us a taste test and see if it's as sweet as it should be.
A little bit more sugar.
A little bit more sugar, okay. Forgot brown sugar is not as strong, at least so they say, as white sugar, so I had to add a little more.
Okay, folks, now we're going to add our oregano seasoning. About a half a tablespoon. We're also going to add our red peppers, crushed red peppers. A half a tablespoon. Now we're going to stir it in.
Okay guys, so I have my 2 small onions here. We're going to chop them up. And peel off the skin, obviously. So make sure you slice your onions down that way first. And we're going to leave one of these onions long, and we're going to dice the other onions into really, really small pieces. But we're not going to be frying all of these onions. We're going to use some of these onions to place at the bottom of the pan. So Barb is cutting one onion now, and this is going to be the onion that we're going to place at the bottom of the pan. You want to leave them long like that.
So now, folks, we're going to put these onions aside.
That's it. Okay, so we're going to set that aside, and we're going to chop up the remaining onions, and these are the onions that we're going to fry. Okay, folks, so what we're going to do is we're going to place the pan over medium heat, and we're going to add our ground beef first. We're going to add the ground beef. And we're going to chop the ground beef up. Okay, guys, now with the mild Italian sausages I was telling you guys about, we're going to squeeze the meat out of this. Just like that. Squeeze the meat out. You want to squeeze the meat out. We're not going to use the fat. So make sure you squeeze the meat out and put that squeezed Italian meat out into the pan. So funny, Barb. Lady B is laughing at this part. This part funny to her, huh? Making you think about some things, huh? Is that what it is, Lady B? Okay, so we're going to squeeze all of that meat out of the skin, and we're going to place that into the pan of ground beef. Go ahead, squeeze it out, Barb. Squeeze it.
I'm squeezing.
Press it out. Press it. Get it out. Just like that. Get the skin off. All right, just like that.
Okay, guys, what I'm going to do now is going to add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And now, folks, we're going to continue on chopping and stirring this in.
Chopping this up like this, guys.
Okay, folks, I'm going to add the onions.
What is this going to be, Barb? This is going to be the best stuffed bell peppers.
This is going to be the best.
The best. Okay, now guys, we're going to add our celery salt. I'm not going to use much of this. You can use however much you want to your desired taste. We're going to add the garlic powder. And we're going to add a small amount of black pepper. We already have crushed red peppers in our sauce, so we don't want to add a lot of black pepper because it will make it very spicy, and we don't want that. Recommended amount, I'll say about a teaspoon of each when it comes to the salt. Can't tell you guys how much of that to use because some people don't like a lot of salt. As you can see, this is frying nicely. It's cooking down. It's smelling good. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to create a bed for our stuffed bell pepper. So what we're going to do first is we're going to add the sauce. We're going to use half of the sauce that we're going to be placing in the bell peppers. Okay, so get the sauce, Barb. And Barb is going to scoop some of that into the pan. To spread it out. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're going to add some beef broth. Okay. Good. And we're going to give it another stir. And make sure it's nice and evenly spread throughout the baking pan. Just like that, that's enough. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to cut up our green peppers. And Barbara's gonna show you guys how to do that. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your knife, okay, and poke a hole in each lump there, a small tiny hole in each lump. I've been taught to do it like that because that's how the peppers are going to absorb the flavor at the bottom of the baking pan. It's going to absorb the flavor up into the bell pepper. So Barbara's going to show you how to do another one, but she's going to show you how to do the next one from the very beginning.
And this is how it's supposed to come out. Take this part, as I call it, the fangs. Scoop this out.
This should look just like that. And you might want to rinse it out just to make sure that everything is out of it. Okay guys, so we're going to place the bell peppers in the pan. Got our red bell pepper there. Place the yellow one like right here. Yeah, green one right there. Matter of fact, let's place the red one in the middle of both. And then put another green one right there. Alright, and then place the yellow. Move the yellow in the middle. And place the short one right there. We got a little short one right there.
That's mine.
Okay, so we're going to add the beef that we fried to the bowl. It's nicely fried. We ain't fried too much. So now we're going to add is the ketchup and the Worcestershire sauce. We're going to add 2 tablespoons. We're going to add 2 small tablespoons. 1, 2. Okay? And you're also going to add 2 tablespoons of ketchup. So now we're going to add the ketchup. That's 1 tablespoon of ketchup. And we're going to add our 2nd tablespoon of ketchup. Alright? So we're going to stir that in. You're not going to add a lot of rice, okay? That's enough. You're going to add about that much there. Okay guys, now we're going to add the sauce. Going to leave a little bit left. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add the shredded Parmesan cheese. You can add any cheese of your choice, but we're going to add most of this Parmesan cheese, okay? We're going to save some for the top, but we're going to add most of it now. Ground beef is still hot, so it should melt.
Okay, now we have finished stirring this in. And we gave it a taste test.
It tastes good, Barb, don't it?
Yeah.
Look at those stewed tomatoes. Close up at that. Tastes and looks good. Smells good. Want to make sure that it's filled up. So every time you put more in there, press it down into the corners.
Do it again. We're just gonna pour that joint on there.
Okay guys, so this is the way our stuffed bell peppers look. Barb stuffed them up very nicely. You want them to kind of come over the bell pepper a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add our sauce. We're going to put the sauce on top. I want to cover each of them with sauce. Sprinkle some cheese on top, nice amount like that. You can pour the rest down the sides if you want to. Give it that nice aroma and flavor. Okay? And we're gonna place these in the oven, bake them on 350. Guys, now here are our stuffed bell peppers. Look at those bad boys. They are absolute. These are the best stuffed bell peppers that you ever seen.
They look good.
The best. Look at those bad boys. Look at it. The cheese is melted. The sauce has stiffened up. They look absolutely delicious. Look at that. Look at that. They look really, really good. These bad boys look really, really good, guys. Look at that. These look really, really good. Me and Barb are about to tear these up. So we want to get ready to plate these, guys. Let's get ready to plate them. It's really, really good, guys. So I'm going to dig into that. And I'm going to eat away at it. Yes, Barb. Yes. Guys, this is the best. Ain't nobody making no stuffed bell peppers like me. Well, we overdid it with this. We did it. We overdid it.
Now I'm gonna get mine.
Looks absolutely delicious, guys. Barb is going to enjoy hers. This tastes really, really good.
Here go mine. So I'm about to eat away.
We hope you guys enjoyed the recipe.
Bye-bye.
Came out really, really good. It's absolutely delicious.
It's hot too.
Hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. Peace.